Hello. Welcome back. We're reading the second part of the book Our Seasons by Grace Lynn and Ronita T. McNeely, illustrated by Grace Lynn. And we're going to start with spring. Lily hears thunder. You don't have to yell, she calls. Still, the sky grumbles. What makes a thunderstorm? When warm, humid air quickly rises high into the sky, it cools and condenses into giant clouds. Electric energy builds up inside the clouds and is released as a burst of lightning. A streak of lightning contains an enormous amount of energy and heats the air around it to many times hotter than the sun. The intense heat causes the air to expand so quickly that you hear the expansion as a loud boom, thunder. Because light travels faster than sound, you see lightning before you hear thunder. Thunder, lightning, strong winds, heavy rain, and sometimes hail are all part of the awesome power of a thunderstorm. Why do bees like flowers? Bees gather the nectar and pollen that flowers make. Nectar is sweet like sugar water. Pollen is a fine powder. The nectar is turned into honey. Some of the pollen is fed to baby bees. New baby bees start to hatch in the spring when there are plenty of flowers. The rest of the honey and pollen is stored away as food for the winter when there aren't many flowers to visit. Here in the garden, Lily looks like a flower. The bees are confused. The wind has fingers that tickle Lily's pink nose. Achoo! She sneezes. Why do I sneeze? A sneeze is a sudden burst of air through your nose and mouth. You sneeze when something is irritating or tickling the inside of your nose and mouth. Sneezing is the body's way of getting rid of whatever is bothering it. In the springtime, you might sneeze a lot if you are allergic to pollen. During the spring, blooming trees and other plants release large amounts of pollen into the air. If you are allergic to pollen, breathing it in causes your body to overreact. Your body produces different kinds of chemicals to help fight off the invading pollen. These chemicals irritate your nose and make you sneeze. Summer. Lemonade, 50 cents a glass. Clinging to Kevin, damp air refuses to move even with a fan. Why is the air sticky? Water is always evaporating from oceans, lakes, rivers, and other sources into the air. The higher the temperature, the more water that goes into the air. Therefore, when it is very hot in the summer, the air can get very moist or humid. Air movements can bring moist or dry air across long distances. When it is hot, you usually sweat. Sweat evaporates from your skin and takes heat away from your body, making you feel cooler. When it is humid as well as hot, it takes more time for your sweat to evaporate because there is already a lot of water vapor in the air. The sweat stays on your skin. You feel not only hot, but sticky too. Why do fireflies glow? Fireflies are beetles with special structures called lanterns in their abdomens. Chemical reactions produce light in the lanterns, making the fireflies glow. Fireflies use their glow mainly to communicate. Different species of fireflies flash different signals, much like coded messages. They use the light to signal where they are, to discourage predators, and to warn other fireflies of danger. In the night's darkness, tiny lights are flickering. What strange flies are these? The sun cooks Kevin. He turns brown like baked cookies. I'm all done, he says. Why do I tan? Everyone's skin makes a pigment called melanin. The more melanin there is, the darker the color of the skin. When you are out in the sun, your skin starts to make more melanin. Melanin shields your body from the damaging rays of the sun. When your skin makes more melanin, it turns darker and you get a suntan. When you stay out in the sun for a long time, your skin can't make enough melanin fast enough. That's when you get a sunburn. Does everyone have 4 seasons? Not every place has 4 seasons. In some parts of the world, there are only 2 seasons. For example, if you live in the tropics, the tilt of the Earth's axis doesn't affect you as much. The sun hits you in about the same way every day, so the temperature stays about the same all year. But the amount of rain changes enough that there is a dry season and a wet season. If you live near the Earth's axis at the North Pole or South Pole, the temperature is always cold, but you have a light season and a dark season. This means that for the part of the year when the axis is pointing at the sun, you have 24 hours of light a day. On the other extreme, when the axis is pointing away from the sun, you live in complete darkness for 24 hours a day. Many places in the world have an autumn, winter, spring, and summer. What's your favorite season? And here's a glossary. A glossary is a list of words, and it tells you the definition in the back of the book. And that's the end. Thanks for reading. Bye.